Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Anonymous. And this is another Anonymous who's written before videos, borderline male on the DL, and the narcissist gets you to focus on the wrong thing, were the two of her most recent videos. Here's her story. Dear Ollie, hope all is well. I've written to you before. I have accepted that my mom is a narcissist. It was not easy for me to get to this point, but it's undeniable at this time. The person I'm not sure about is my sister. She's older than I am and has always had a problem with me. You see, I was always very smart, outspoken, and prettier, and my father did not hide it. I can understand why she felt the way she did towards me. Yeah, I mean, with your father treating her like that, I mean, it's understandable. My mother said one day when I was very young, my grandmother commented about me. She is very smart, so no one should try to stifle how smart she is. Of course, I didn't ask why she said this, because at the time I couldn't imagine why she had to say this, because surely no one tried to stifle me. No, and especially not my mom. Sarcastic. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why, because she knew exactly who your mother was and what she would do. Fast forward to the present, I have accomplished quite a bit educationally with the support from my family. Yes, I don't think my mom thought I was going to go as far as I did. And with that, I grew up and became more independent and needed my own space and really didn't do too well with her put-downs. And the final straw was when I went through a divorce. She remained friends with the ex, even after I told her it could have a detrimental effect on custody and the final decree. Back to my sister. She lives with mom, and yes, we have had our sibling issues growing up, but I have grown up and she can't see that. She thinks I'm the same 10-year-old. Of course, because she's still living with her mother. Kind of hard to grow up when you're still living with mommy, isn't it? And it's very easy to stay in a sibling mindset if she's going to sit there like a child living with her mother. She is very quick to get upset with me. If my mom and I have an issue, she believes my mom's view of things over mine. And she always will, because she's living there. And she has a resentment towards you since childhood due to your father. And she hasn't left childhood. The reason why she doesn't understand why you haven't grown up is because she hasn't grown up. Look at her. Look at her. She's living like a child. And you are feeding in, you are feeding into this whole child-sibling rivalry thing by keeping either of them in your life at this point. If those two want to be miserable with each other, let them be miserable with each other. They deserve it. She doesn't really believe things were as bad with my ex, who's a narc. See, here's your problem. You're trying to validate yourself with the same narc. You don't go to them for validation. Stop going to your narcissist for validation. If you're looking for them to validate your experience with your narc, what are you coming to me for? And I'm not saying that I'm not angry with you, but I'm like trying to wake you up here. What are you worrying about these people? You know they're fucked up. You're never going to get validation from them. Why are you trying to? Her job as a narcissist, the two of them, is to not believe you. Doesn't matter what kind of evidence. It wouldn't matter if you had video evidence from God withholding the video, standing there, yes, I recorded this, and this all, they still would say, oh, you tricked God, or you did something. Why are you trying to get validation for people who have been abusing you your whole life? Once I was at their house and he was coming there, I would leave as soon as I knew he was on his way there. So her phone rang and I asked who it was. She didn't answer me. When I figured it out, it was him. I promptly left. I was upset. Why are you even at the point where you need to ask the question at this point? Where this is even a fucking viable option that you could be at their house Okay, and he would show up. Why is it even a viable option that he would show up at any given time? Period. And you're there? Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Why? Why are you putting up with any of this? Why? I was upset. She didn't seem to believe I do not like this guy. I avoid him at all costs except for matters with my son. I believe he has the potential to hurt me and I do not want to find out. I feel invisible around my sister and mom. Yeah, because they're narcissists. What are you doing hanging around them? Stop going around them and you'll stop feeling invisible. Trust me. It's almost as if my mom tries to appease her because she says my mom favored me always. The thing is, my mom is very smart and she triangulates her kids. We have a younger brother as well. He is the real favorite. You see, she will stifle me to please my sister, or maybe it's to please herself, because my sister is the one who protects and believes her. I hope this was clear enough. Sometimes matters of the heart are difficult to explain. What's your impression of my sister? I don't do impressions. I've tried to have a relationship with her without my mother. It doesn't take much before she says something that hurts my feeling. So I pretty much keep my distance. Thanks, Ollie. Well, look. My impression of your sister is she's a spoiled child who's never going to grow up. And my impression of this entire situation is you're trying to get validation from the same narcissists who've been abusing you your whole life. Again, you're getting mad at a hot stove for being hot. We've already established they're dysfunctional, they're dangerous. What are you doing? You said your sister can't accept that you've grown up. That's because she's still living with her mother and she's older than you are. These people are never going to believe you because believing you is validating you. And that's not what you get from them. You figure out how to get away from them, not how to get them to validate you. They're never going to validate you. That's why you're here. That's why you're checking. That's why you're on narcissism channels. Because they abuse you. They don't validate you. They make friends with the people who abuse you. The fact that you're sitting around and even having to ask, is that him showing up? What are you doing? Stop it. Like, what am I, crazy? What am I, nuts here? What am I doing this for? Cut them out. Cut them both out. Cut them all out. And you'll be much happier. Because the narcissist is never going to validate you. Ever. So, I hope that helps. Thank you so much for another contribution and story. I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, or a Facebook live chat, or you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and expanding, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, this channel goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been The Narcissistic Resistance.